The 2026 Aston Martin Vantage S has arrived, and it is making waves for all the right reasons. Officially unveiled at this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, the car is more than just another addition to the British automaker's portfolio. It is a statement. A statement about power, performance, craftsmanship, and an evolving identity for Aston Martin's so-called entry-level sports car. This is the first time since 2018 that the Vantage has worn the S badge, and with it comes heightened expectations. Aston Martin has answered those expectations with increased horsepower, sharper chassis dynamics, refined styling, and enough detail work to satisfy even the most demanding luxury sports car enthusiasts. The Vantage S represents not only a step up from the standard Vantage, but also a demonstration of how deeply Aston Martin is committed to blending tradition with innovation in a competitive performance segment. Let's begin with the headline numbers. Under the hood, the Vantage S retains the AMG-sourced twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 engine, a unit well known for its muscular character and responsiveness. But this time, it delivers even more punch. Aston Martin has extracted an additional 14 horsepower over the standard Vantage, bringing total output to 670 horsepower or 500 kilowatts. Torque remains unchanged at 590 pound-feet or 800 newton-meters, which is already a substantial figure for a two-seater sports car of this size. For perspective, this makes the Vantage S the most powerful iteration of the Vantage to date, eclipsing anything that has come before in the model's long lineage. The increase may sound incremental, but in performance engineering, even modest gains can yield significant results when combined with chassis and aerodynamic improvements. Performance statistics tell their own story. With launch control optimized and transmission calibrations refined, the Vantage S now sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds, shaving a tenth of a second off the already blistering time of the standard Vantage. Top speed remains at a formidable 202 miles per hour, firmly placing the car in the upper echelon of high-performance machines. For drivers, the improvements go beyond the stopwatch. The throttle pedal itself has been reweighted and retuned, delivering more precise feedback and engagement under hard acceleration. That tactile connection between driver and machine is critical to the Aston Martin ethos, and the Vantage S has clearly been engineered with that principle in mind. Power is transmitted through an 8-speed automatic transmission, now featuring 10% softer mounts. This seemingly small adjustment is part of a broader effort to improve drivability, refinement, and comfort, especially at lower speeds. It also pairs with the retuned rear suspension to deliver a slightly more forgiving ride without sacrificing the sharp handling that performance drivers demand. These changes reflect Aston Martin's attention to detail in balancing the dual identities of the Vantage S, an uncompromising sports car that can also function as a refined grand tourer when the situation calls for it. But performance is not just about horsepower and torque. It is also about the chassis, the aerodynamics, and how all the systems work together. The Vantage S benefits from a suite of hardware and software enhancements that sharpen its dynamics significantly. Perhaps the most visually distinctive feature is the new full-width rear deck lid spoiler. This, along with a redesigned underfloor, works to increase downforce at maximum speed to a total of 245 pounds. Increased downforce not only stabilizes the car at high speeds, but also improves grip through fast corners, adding to driver confidence. Complementing this aerodynamic package is a reworked suspension system, featuring Bilstein-supplied DTX adaptive dampers. These dampers have been recalibrated to provide improved feedback through the steering wheel, enhancing front-end precision and turn-in. Meanwhile, the rear setup has been softened slightly to deliver better low-speed comfort and to complement the refinements made to the transmission mounts. The overall effect is a car that feels sharper and more communicative when pushed hard, but also less punishing when driven in everyday situations. Visually, the Vantage S stands apart from its siblings, with a number of unique styling elements. At the front, twin vents on the hood add both functionality and drama, channeling hot air while signaling the car's intent. Bespoke 21-inch alloy wheels give the Vantage S a distinctive stance, while the brass-finished S badging adds a touch of handcrafted exclusivity. It is a subtle but effective way to set the car apart without resorting to overstatement. As always with Aston Martin, design is as much about restraint as it is about aggression. The Vantage S embodies this philosophy perfectly, presenting itself as purposeful without ever becoming gaudy. Step inside, and the transformation continues. The cabin of the Vantage S has been crafted to elevate the sense of occasion, wrapping occupants in a rich combination of Alcantara and leather. Every detail has been considered, right down to the embroidery in the headrests, where each logo is constructed from some 2,500 individual stitches. It is an extraordinary display of craftsmanship, demonstrating Aston Martin's dedication to artisanal quality in an age dominated by mass production. Customers also have the option to personalize certain interior elements, such as the rotary control knob, which can be finished in either red or silver to serve as a piece of functional jewelry. The result is an interior environment that feels bespoke, luxurious, and unmistakably Aston Martin. Technology, of course, plays its role. The Vantage S integrates Aston Martin's latest infotainment and connectivity systems, ensuring that its occupants are not only surrounded by luxury materials, but also by modern convenience. While details on the specific updates have been kept relatively discreet, the expectation is that the Vantage S will build on the user-friendly improvements introduced in the latest generation Vantage, offering a refined blend of analog driver engagement and digital assistance where necessary. The timing of the Vantage S launch is equally significant. With order books already open, Aston Martin has confirmed that customer deliveries will begin in the fourth quarter of this year. That makes the Vantage S a near-term reality rather than a distant promise. Given the competitive landscape in the luxury sports car segment, its arrival could not be better timed. Rivals such as Porsche, Ferrari, and Lamborghini are all updating their offerings with either hybrid technology or increased performance, but Aston Martin's approach here remains distinct. The Vantage S is unapologetically an internal combustion car, harnessing the visceral sound and feel of a high-output V8 at a time when many competitors are shifting toward electrification. For purists, this will be seen as a reassuring commitment to tradition, even as Aston Martin develops electrified models for the future. Pricing details have yet to be disclosed, but given its position above the standard Vantage, buyers can expect a premium. Historically, S models in the Aston Martin lineup have commanded a significant but justifiable price increase, reflecting both the tangible performance upgrades and the intangible cachet of exclusivity. For many prospective owners, the added horsepower, unique styling, and bespoke interior touches will be more than worth the investment. In a broader sense, the Vantage S exemplifies Aston Martin's current strategy under its new leadership and partnerships. The company is working to reassert itself as a major player in the performance luxury market, and the Vantage S fits perfectly into this narrative. It demonstrates incremental but meaningful progress, leveraging proven technology while refining every aspect of the ownership experience. The debut at the Goodwood Festival of Speed was also a clever move. Goodwood is not just a venue for car reveals. It is a celebration of motoring heritage and performance culture. By choosing this event for the Vantage S debut, Aston Martin has aligned the car with both tradition and spectacle, ensuring that it resonates with enthusiasts and collectors alike. Ultimately, the 2026 Aston Martin Vantage S is more than just a power boost or a styling exercise. It is a comprehensive reimagining of what the entry point into the Aston Martin range should represent. At 670 horsepower, with refined chassis dynamics, carefully considered aerodynamics, and an interior that exudes luxury, the Vantage S has moved the benchmark higher. It balances ferocity with finesse, delivering a driving experience that is at once visceral and polished. For Aston Martin, it underscores the brand's ability to adapt and refine while staying true to its core identity. So whether you view it as a driver's car, a collector's piece, or a symbol of what makes Aston Martin unique, the 2026 Vantage S deserves the attention it is receiving. With its launch just months away, the automotive world will soon see whether this car lives up to its promise. Based on what we know so far, the answer seems clear. The Vantage S is not just another sports car. It is Aston Martin at its best, focused, powerful, and unmistakably elegant.